Salut! If you've been learning French for a while, you might have noticed something a bit confusing. In English, asking a question is pretty straightforward. You usually change the word order. You're ready? Are you ready? But in French, things are a little bit different. Because in reality, French has three main ways to ask a question. And depending on the situation, some are much more natural than others. So in this video, I'm going to show you the three main ways to ask a question in French, in which context people use them, and which one native speakers use the most. Allez, c'est parti! Salut, moi c'est Max de Coffee Break French. Let's start with the easiest way to ask a question in French. Just raise your voice at the end of the sentence. The most common way to ask a question in everyday French is actually the simplest. You do not change the word order at all. You just raise your voice at the end. Par exemple, vous venez ce soir? Are you coming tonight? Vous venez ce soir? And translated literally is you are coming tonight. But if you raise your voice, it's suddenly a question. Un autre exemple, tu comprends? Do you understand? Tu comprends? Et un dernier exemple, il travaille aujourd'hui? Is he working today? Il travaille aujourd'hui? Grammatically speaking, it looks like a normal sentence. The question is simply shown by the intonation, the voice going up at the end. This is extremely common in spoken French, and it's probably the structure you'll hear the most in real life. Okay, moving on to the second way to ask a question. And this is with a little expression you've probably seen before, est-ce que. Est-ce que. This structure is very useful because you don't need to change the word order. You simply add est-ce que at the beginning. For example, to keep our examples from the first section, est-ce que vous venez ce soir? Est-ce que vous venez ce soir? Are you coming tonight? Or est-ce que tu comprends? Do you understand? Est-ce que tu comprends? Or est-ce qu'il travaille aujourd'hui? Est-ce qu'il travaille aujourd'hui? Is he working today? So the structure is very simple. Est-ce que plus the normal sentence. This form is very clear and neutral. It works well in both the spoken and written French. That's why it's often taught early to learners. Okay, finally, the third structure is the one many learners first encounter in textbooks. Typically with the first sentence in the textbook, comment t'appelles-tu? And this is called inversion. So here the verb comes before the subject. Viens-tu ce soir? Instead of tu viens ce soir, viens-tu? Viens-tu ce soir? Are you coming tonight? Or the other example, comprends-tu? Comprends-tu? Do you understand? Or the last one about working today. Travaille-t-il aujourd'hui? Travaille-t-il aujourd'hui? Is he working today? And you may notice for this last one something quite interesting. Travaille-t-il. And we have a T surrounded by two hyphens, and it appears only to make the pronunciation smoother. It's got no other value than to help the pronunciation. And this structure, inversion, sounds more formal and is often used in formal speech or writing, interviews, news report, etc. Native speakers do use it, but much less in everyday conversation. Okay, so which one should you use? If you're wondering which structure to use, here is a simple rule. In everyday conversation, the most common pattern is simply to have the normal sentence as a statement and raise the intonation near the end. Tu viens? Tu comprends? Il arrive? If you want something a little bit clearer or slightly more structured, you can use est-ce que all the time as well. And the inversion is useful to recognize and understand, but especially in written form or more formal contexts. Oh, and one more thing. French also uses question words, of course, like pourquoi? Why? Pourquoi? Quand is when. Où is where. Or comment? How. And these can combine with the same structures we talked about. Donc par exemple, if I want to say, why are you leaving? Why are you leaving? We could have, following the first pattern, pourquoi tu pars? Pourquoi tu pars? Or we could say, pourquoi est-ce que tu pars? Pourquoi est-ce que tu pars? Or the more formal, with the inversion, pourquoi pars-tu? Pourquoi pars-tu? All of them would translate to why are you leaving? Super! So once you understand these three basic structures, you can ask pretty much any question you want in French. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did, I recommend watching another video we made. Leave a like and subscribe to our channel if you enjoyed this video. En attendant, à bientôt et bien sûr, happy coffee breaking!